Hey everybody, welcome to KimmelsIrishPub.com. Got another hot one for you. Tonight's movie is Molly's Game. So another award-nominated film, and Rotten Tomatoes have it at 81% for the critics, 87% for the audience. IMDb has it at a 7.7. Very high rankings here. It's basically the true story about a world-class skier who starts the largest high-stakes poker game and becomes a target for the FBI. That's the synopsis. You know how we do, so I'm going to watch and tell you really more what it's about, but it stars Jessica Chastain, Idris Elba, Michael Cera, Kevin Costner is in it, just to name a few. I'll see if there's anybody else in here, but we'll see as we go through. So it should be pretty interesting. Kind of excited. Like high-ranking films, and I have my expectations set high, but we know that's not always true. And it's also a true story, so I know that going in, so I'm excited. I'll get into it a little bit, check in, let you know how it's going, and give you my final synopsis at the end. Stick around. Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Molly's Game. We're at the 53-minute and 15-second mark, and it is very good. As I mentioned, I think I might have said she was an Olympic skier. She wasn't. She was like a world-class skier, like number 3 in North America, and gets hurt. So she never makes it to the Olympics. So she wasn't an Olympic skier, but she decides then after she gets hurt that she's going to change her career, maybe go to law school and things like that, and moves to L.A. Takes a year off from skiing and moves to L.A. To enjoy her life a little bit, because her whole life has been about skiing. She's going to become just a waitress and just live in LA for a while and get her head straight and go to law school. Well, during her waitressing, she meets, some wealthy people and gets involved in a poker game, and then helps run the poker game for a period of time for this one gentleman, meets a lot of different players, and learns a lot about poker and what it means to host a poker game, high stakes, starting at like $10,000 buy-ins, and so on and so forth, and then decides to go into a business of her own. So the movie, and that's the setup. So she's right now doing that. The movie starts out opening with the FBI knocking on her door. So there's it's mostly flashbacks, but the current time she's meeting with Idris. He is the lawyer, and so she's working with him to try and prove her innocence, or whatever they're planning to do as far as the trial. Meanwhile, they're flashing back to show how this all happened. Very fast pace, which is great. Got to really pay attention. It's getting a little fast at some parts where they're, talking about the players that were there and who was involved, and very very quick. But Jessica Chastain, previously I don't know if I really liked her that much. I had seen her in some other stuff, but I don't remember either not liking her character or whatever. It doesn't matter, because she's phenomenal in this. I thought she's excellent, and she might have been good in something else, and I just misread it or something like that. But she's doing a fabulous job in this. It is very interesting. Again, based on a true story. And I don't want to give a lot away, but so far so good. I think this is going to be good. But I wanted to catch you up on truly what the synopsis and the plot was of this movie. Well, I don't want to give you any spoilers, but so far I like it. So I'm going to get back to it a little bit more and maybe find some more details that I can share that won't ruin the movie for you, because I guarantee you're going to want to watch it. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, hey everybody, we're at the credits of Molly's Game. And no other check-ins, just come right to the end of it here. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm talking maybe an 8 or a 9 for my standards. I thought it was that good. I thought Jessica Chastain did a phenomenal job. I don't know why I had the thought in my head that I didn't like her before. But I thought she did a great job. I thought the movie was great. I mean, it was like, I don't want to say action-packed, because it's not an action movie, but it just flowed so well that, you never got bored with it. I mean, it was a long movie. It was, let me see, what is it? We're talking here, 2 hours and 20 minutes long. okay, 2 hours, but it didn't feel like it. It really did. I mean, like, there was no lulls. A lot of times there's lulls in the movies, and it's like, no lulls in this movie. A great story. You know I love true stories. Small criticism, not a big deal. But the other thing I really like when they do true stories is a little blurb afterwards, like what's happened since the movie ended kind of thing. You know, they didn't have that. And, you know, some real life pictures of Molly Bloom and everybody else. But not to ruin it, but that's not in here. But that's just a favorite of mine. Might not be of yours. But, I mean, otherwise, I thought it was great. There's not much more I really want to tell you. Because, I mean, it's basically about the rise and the fall of Molly Bloom and, how she got into poker and how she rose to the top. Not playing poker, but holding poker games. And then how she fell. And that's public knowledge, so I'm not ruining anything there. But, and everything that went behind it. So it very interesting. Like I said, it's told from the perspective of they're in real time, but they do mostly flashbacks to see how she got to where she was. And I don't think there's anything else. I mean, if you like poker, Texas Hold'em, you definitely would love this. A lot of terminology is thrown around in it. And if you don't love poker, you don't need to know poker at all to know this movie or to enjoy this movie. But if you do, it's kind of fun as well because I know a little bit about poker, know how to play Texas Hold'em, and that made it fun. But if you don't, again, it's not going to take away from the movie. I strongly recommend this movie because like I said, I thought the acting was great. I think the story's good. But it's about poker and a girl who runs some of the biggest poker games in New York or LA. So without getting into more, and Idris, I thought he did a great job as the lawyer. I like him a lot. Kevin Costner was her dad, and he didn't play a large role. I mean, he played a large role in her life, not so much in the movie. But he's always great too. So I don't want to go on any further. You heard mostly everything I have to tell you. I don't have any other secrets in this. I don't want to share any more because I think you should enjoy the rest of it on your own. And, if you do, let me know. I'd love to hear comments on what you thought. All right. Thanks for tuning in. KimmelsIrishPub.com.